So, well, thank you all so much for coming. This is really great. Just so you know, there's first of all, yes, it's very hot in this room. I don't know why. That's very good for my read. So, sorry to all of you, but that turned out really, really nice for me. Okay, but yeah. Afterward, there's a reception with cookies and lemonade. It's just right out in the lobby here, and I'd like to talk to all of you. I'm gonna talk for a bit because I need to rest my arms for a bit before the last piece. And just so you know, you might not have been, in case you need to get somewhere. There's about 20 minutes left, so yeah, I recognize this is a very long recital. Okay, but the last piece is good. We put it last for a reason. Okay, so I've got to say thank you to a whole lot of people. First of all, those last two pieces, in case you didn't read the program notes, those were written by contemporary composer Roma Caffola, and pretty much what happened is I was interested in playing those pieces, but they weren't exactly available in the forms that they expected to be, so I emailed her, and she was kind enough to send them and even adapt them to be performed. And I believe she's watching the live stream or the video afterwards. So, if we could give a few. Okay. Second of all, everybody playing in the recital, thank you so much for doing that. I'm not a particularly good communicator of things. It's a bit, so thanks for dealing with that and being somewhat last minute for some of the stuff and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much. And then in particular, in terms of playing, I think we need to thank Mrs. Verno. It's been a real joy to play with her the last few years, and she's invested a ridiculous amount of time in playing with me, particularly the past few months and the past couple weeks. So yeah, it's amazing, and she's always extremely prepared, and she knows the pieces better than I do. And she probably had a harder program than I did. The Brahms is kind of a piano sonata with clarinet accompaniment. All right. Thank you to the Calvin Music Department for hosting the recital. And I'm a bit of a strange music student, so just thanks for dealing with that. And then the piano's really in tune today. It wasn't like a week ago, so I don't know how that happened, but it makes a huge difference. So that was really great. And then in particular, I'd like to thank Kristen, the administrative manager for the arts. I wasn't particularly punctual for a lot of stuff and did things in a weird order, but she still got it all to work. So thank you to the Wind Ensemble for being a positive environment to play in and having a really solid clarinet section. You heard them earlier. Thanks to Dr. Engel. You've fostered an environment where it's enjoyable to produce good music, and I think that's really great. Also, back when I was in high school, she sent me a letter when I went to a music festival, and that had a significant impact on me choosing to go to Calvin, I'm pretty sure. So just so you know, that works. Also, Professor Verno, he's in the back there. He's been on the retirement circuit, and he's a very humble guy, so I'm assuming he's probably sick of people saying nice things about him. But I'm going to anyway. In terms of being humble, he always thanks me after my lessons. He's extremely knowledgeable about music, and he's provided a very unique perspective as a conductor to my lessons, so that's been extremely valuable. He's helped me to develop my own thoughts about the music I was playing and to be intentional about how I was choosing to express that and how I play, and also in just how I talk about music. And also just in our lessons, I've observed that he's viewed me first as a person, then as a musician, and only third as a clarinetist, and I think that's exactly right in terms of what that relationship should be. So thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, thank a lot of my friends. A lot of them went and did clapping music, so thanks for doing that. One description we've come up for me at some point is that I like to be alone, but I'm very dependent, which is kind of a somewhat annoying person to deal with. So just thank you for, yeah. Okay, my grandparents, they came out. Thanks so much for supporting my education and for making the long drive up here, 3 hours or more. That's hard to do. Thank you to my siblings for being easy to like and easy to love. And sitting through my clarinet lessons, I did remember that, but apparently you have to do a lot of that. Okay, thank you to my parents. I was somewhat difficult when I was younger in that I wanted to do a lot of stuff, and so they drove me lots of places and helped me do that. And now I'm difficult because I overthink things and I'm a bit of a malcontent, and I'm very impractical, and they're very, very practical people. So the whole time they've been extremely good and supportive people. My sister Sarah and I, we've kind of discussed like how you guys are just like the best parents. So you're just very, very good. And then last of all, thank my Lord Jesus Christ, of course. I'm confident that my faith and music do relate. I don't have a particularly well-developed understanding of the relationship between those, but hopefully I sometimes do something all right, and I'm thankful that there's grace for when I don't. So, yeah, and that's it. So now we're going to play this last piece for you.